Common denominator. Sarah is treating a patient with cluster headaches. In addition to providing her patient with pain-reducing medication, Sarah is also encouraging her patient to utilize stress reduction techniques by taking a 5 out of 60 minute break from looking at the computer screen every hour. If Sarah's patient sits at the computer screen for 2 hours a day, how much total time will her patient need to take a break from the computer screen? So, when answering this question, we first want to look at the fraction to determine what it's asking us. So this fraction is telling us the bottom number is the whole amount of minutes found in an hour. So that's the 60. Then the top number, the 5, is telling us how many minutes that Sarah needs to take a break from the computer screen. Next, we know that Sarah's patient will be sitting at the computer screen for 2 hours. This means we need to add 2 5 out of 60 together to get the total time. So when we add fractions, let's make sure we know this. We need to make sure that we have the same denominator. Then we just add the numerators and keep the denominator. Finally, reduce the fraction if needed. So let's go back to our problem. So we have 5 out of 60, and we need to add 2 of these together because we have, for 2 hours a day, she's looking at a computer screen. So to find the total time, 5 out of 60 plus 5 out of 60 is equal to, now once again, we add the numerators and then we keep the denominator, which is the bottom number. So we're going to keep the denominator as 60, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So as we can see, we can reduce this, and the common multiple is 10. So we can get 1/6 because 10 divided by 10 is 1. 60 divided by 10 is 6. So 1/6. So let's look at another example. Tom is describing his symptoms to his neurologist. He shares that 2/10 of his symptoms are dizziness, 1/10 of his symptoms include a headache, and 4/10 of his symptoms include feeling extremely tired. And the remaining symptoms have to do with the digestive system. What fraction of Tom's symptoms are related to the nervous system? So let's go ahead and just highlight what numbers are part of the nervous system. So dizziness, that's part of the nervous system, so we'll highlight 2/10. Headache, that's also part of the nervous system, so 1/10. And then the 4/10 we will also keep as part of the nervous system. And then the rest of the symptoms are just the digestive tract, so we won't need to deal with that one. So let us now go ahead and add these 3 numbers. So we have 2/10 plus 1/10 plus 4/10 is equal to, so when we look at this, we know that all the denominators, which is 10, are the same, and so we can just keep it as is. So we'll just put the 10 right here. Now we add up all the numerators. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7. So we'll write 7. So 7/10 of Tom's symptoms are neurological. When adding fractions, you need to make sure that the denominator are all the same. If they are, you can add the numerators together and keep the denominator. Then you need to check to see if the fraction can be reduced. After it's reduced, you have your answer.